Welcome to Weekly Sports Talk. My name is Sean Aspirations. I'll be the host for this event. Today we are having somebody very well known in our sporting circles. We'll be unpacking sports, but boxing specifically. Boxing in Namibia has been doing something right, something that many other sports are not doing right. Be it with sponsorship, excelling, and whatnot. Today we'll be talking to Mr. Nestor Tobias. Welcome, sir.
Thank you very much.
As I said, boxing is a sport that in a time in recent years when Namibian sport is doing so many, in different sports, so many different sports are doing differently. The playing field is not leveled, so to speak. Many people in boxing refer to Mr. Nestor as the president, the promoter, the one who decides, the one who decides who's going to be a champion from a young age. He identifies. There are so many things, but very good things attached to his name. Today we have him and we are going to have a chat with him. Mr. Nestor, you started off as a boxer. Tell us, and those who do not know, that you were also a boxer, but only look at you as a promoter, a manager, and an agent. Tell us about how you started and where it all started.
Thank you very much for having me here. Of course, boxing, when it comes to boxing in Namibia, boxing is a cultural sport in Namibia, as you can see, because if you can see, when we grow up in the village, or when we go to the village, we go look after the cattle. Of course, got this ngandeka, you got this judo, So that is part of Namibia culture. It's why today we got a lot of kids who's doing good in boxing, because their parents or grandparents and other things, this is in their blood, So, but now we have to develop that culture and to put boxing skills in this kid so they can become boxers. That's what happened to me also when I was growing up at school. When I was at school in Chumep, that's where I joined boxing. That was 1981.
Yeah.
I was very in a tender age, like 13. When I started boxing. So then from there was no way back. Then I went all the way junior national champion. Then I went to present that time Southwest Africa. When we represent this country in South Africa during a Sabu championship. That was only championship meant for blacks, So because that time of apartheid and another thing, the whites and blacks, they do separate championship. Then the overall winner, then I go and compete against the whites, First you have to do the blacks, and then they used to call it Sabu. So that was 1982 when I make the national team as a junior, So of course, then I've been in boxing in TCL. So when I finished with school, I went to Rangemund. That time we called CDM. So where I went to continue my boxing career as an amateur. Of course, then I become Southwest Africa champion, Namibia champion, then I become South Africa champion, I become Springbok. Yeah, so, that time we didn't have professional boxing in Namibia, before independence, So I was forced to remain in amateur. I could not turn professional. So my prime time, finished in an amateur. So after the independence, we had the opportunity to fight internationally, because during apartheid era, you remember 1987 when I became a Springbok, me and Frank Fredericks, we qualified to participate in Seoul Olympics, 1988.
1988, yes.
But we could not because of the sanctions, because of apartheid. So that was now we can see where we come from, and we see where we are today. So meaning there's a development, there's no future for every kid who participates in sport, especially in boxing. You can fight for the world title, you can go to Commonwealth, you can go to all African games, you can go to the Olympics. That is through this struggle we're talking about. It's why yesterday we celebrate the Heroes Day. and we celebrate the heroes like Frank Fredericks, Eddie Simon, and the others,
Yes.
not only politicians, but all of the heroes. They pave the way for these young kids, Of course, today, so when after the independence, 92, we had Barcelona Olympic Games. Me and Harry Simon went to Cairo for the trials or for the qualification or African Games. So Harry qualified. Unfortunately, me, I did not qualify.
Yes.
I was supposed to go to Morocco for my second try, but there was a little bit controversial there because I was suspended because I went to train in South Africa. Then there was the rumors that I turned professional, but I was not a professional. So I was suspended that I could not go and participate in Morocco by Namibian Boxing Federation. So, but when they realized I was not professional, when my suspension was lifted, it was too late to go and participate or to go and compete for the trials to qualify for the Barcelona. So unfortunately, I could not go to Barcelona. So I mean, Harry, we decided, okay, now we have just to turn professional because we have to go to South Africa to turn professional. But now Harry qualifies. It's better you go for the Barcelona first. Then after that we can turn professional. So I said, no, I'll wait for you. So that's why early 93, we went to South Africa and turned professional. Then and you know what happened after that. The rest is history. I learned a lot from that trip. Or through that period, I was in South Africa for 9 years, and Harry became a world champion. And today, the professional boxing, is wrapping off from that successful story of us, and I'm happy to be part of that. And of course, today, like you say, boxing is doing good. Yeah, boxing is doing good because there's people who's investing their time, their money, and of course their knowledge in boxing. And of course, everybody's learning from that, And of course, I'm a trainer now, manager, and I'm a promoter of boxing. And I have also young kids who training under my club. It's amateur, and of course the big guys, the professional. We're talking professional because professional is so popular worldwide, and it's very attractive. It's why everything is focused on professional. But the backbone of this professional is the grassroots.
Yes.
The kids, what we also train on an everyday, and to develop this kid, because without development, there's no future for professional boxers also, especially in individual sport. Because Namibia, with the population we have, it's also going to be a challenge to perform on a high level in a team sport, because at least, but the individual, we got the individuals. Individual is easy to invest and to develop and to go and compete. Look at Mboma, what she did. Then you see what the Hitman did. Ole Zambunda, Frank Fredericks, So that is individual athletes. And those they put Namibia on the world map, So I think, I'm not saying we must not invest in a team sport, but I'm saying in an individual sport,
While you are,
it's more effective, because you can, if you have athletes who can do individual sport, like there's a kid like Bob, a woman, So what she did in 1 year is no one else did it in for 32 years. You see,
no,
it's a woman. You understand? It's not. It's just a common sense thing. It's not to be negative. It's just to be straight talk and be positive and say, if like in Boma, why are we not investing? Invest more in her. She can do better. She's young, and it's, tomorrow everybody wears Namibia. So how you gonna attract the investors also to this country?
While you are on investment, you were alluding to sponsorship earlier in your career. How sponsorship from different minds were in sports. What do you think may be the reluctance of sponsorship in the current environment? Is it maybe a thing of sports codes not learning from each other or not having their houses in order? If so, can they learn from each other? In, for example, saying boxing is doing this right, what can we also do right?
Yeah, of course, to attract the investors, you must clean also your house and put up regulation who make the corporate to be comfortable to invest in that sport, But sometimes we people want to invest when they see the result, Let's see how we're gonna start small, then we build from there. Then we attract the sport step by step, like they say the empty sunshine. My first sponsor, I remember my first sponsor was 1,000 from Nampower, So, and from there, we didn't give up because we got 1,000. We keep on growing and growing, and attract more kids to the sport, and for sure it produce. Yeah, so that hard working and more kids joining the sport and more kids be successful, and for sure we have this kid like Paulus Moses, the hitman. So you attract more. You convince Nampower to invest more in the academy or in an individual like Paulus Moses, and for sure the other kids also benefit from that program. It's why today here we got different clubs now. We got different promotions. Just from that 1,000, So now people are pumping more hundreds in the boxing, not only in the sunshine. And for sure, after 13 years, we convince also MTC to come on board. We only get a full contract after 13 years when we're in boxing. It's an empty sunshine. So it's not easy. But if I give up, so then I don't want to be boxing, because I know what I contribute to boxing. People know when you talk about boxing, So I'm not the president of boxing. I'm not the chairman of the control board. I'm not the president of the federation. I'm the promoter. I'm the manager. I'm the coach of boxing. So I can work with any boxer. I can work with any promotion, and for sure all these other people in boxing who maybe they say they are my competitors. For me, they are just my brothers. So it's just how to understand what you want to achieve. Anyone, if you can see all those guys in the boxing, they used to with me, So they learn a lot from me, even they don't acknowledge that. That's it, And for now, if you can see my profile, you can compare my profile to any other boxing promoter or boxing coach or manager. You can see the difference, and you can see where they come from also. So, meaning, I'm very happy. I'm very proud of myself. I'm very proud of Namibia as a nation for supporting me to reach all this level, because my name today is be known all worldwide. When you talk about Nestor Tobias, talk about Empty Sunshine, they know what you are talking about. They know it's boxing. So you go on the internet, you don't need to look verify. You just click my name in the internet and it's come up. You can see everything is there. So meaning just a commitment. And for sure to attract the sponsors, we have to start at home. Clean your house. And for sure, it's very disappointment if we don't have. Now we're waiting to go and watch the Premier League on TV right now. But there's nothing happening at the Independence Stadium, nothing's happening at San Diego Stadium, nothing. So that is where to learn, and the leader have to help the kid to grow. Otherwise, if the leader is fighting, then this kid will suffer. Just like now, there's no football. And football is, I'm saying football because football is the sport everybody's play. You play at home, you play at school, every day. Then as official games, it's not happening. How are you gonna groom this kid? Then what are you promising to wear tomorrow? Because if there's no football, you cannot produce Ronaldo, Messi, So yeah, so we have to come together as a nation and put ideas together. I think we got people who understand sport in this country. It's just the ego. Who's gonna be the president? Who's gonna be what? It must not be like that. In sport, in boxing, I'm working also with directors, with board members and everything. But we can differ, but we can always talk and get a solution. The solution is the sport of boxing, the sport of football, of athletics. So it's how we have to think about. Let's think about the kids, not about ourselves.
We also understand that back in the day you had fought Harry. What year was that, and how did that fight go? I also want to know further that, you see, we have this celebrity boxing, not only here in Namibia, South Africa, there's these celebrity boxing matches. Would you consider something like that?
So no. So Harry is my younger brother. Very young when I was a Springbok South African champion. He was still coming up as a senior boxer. There was no time. I could fought Harry as an amateur, because I was still at the head of him, and of course, not very far, maybe 2 years, 1 year, So we were not in the same weight. I was participating as a junior male, welterweight. Harry was lightweight, and he was junior welter, So I didn't fight Harry, but. Celebrity boxing is a very entertaining sport, but it's also a dangerous sport, So this thing must be sanctioned by the control board. It must not be just anyone can just do celebrity boxing. It must be promoted by a licensed promoter, You cannot just go there and wait the guys the boxing there. Then you say, wow, these guys. If something happened there, then it's going to affect the whole boxing in Namibia, That's what I say. There was no, maybe some guys, there's no even ambulance, there's no medical, there's no ringside doctor, those things, But only the boxing control board can advise you what must you have to host the event. You do this thing, a promoter must promote it. Professional licensed promoter must do it, because the promoter, you understand the regulation of the Namibian control board. You must apply for the license, and for sure the boxers, they must benefit also, the boxers themselves. So it's not just you using the boxing name, because we sacrifice our life to bring boxing where it is today. It's why boxing is so popular. It's why everyone wants to use it, but they must not just use it like that. They must use it the right way. I don't have a problem to put up a celebrity boxing. Anyone can promote it. I'm not saying, when I say licensed promoter, I'm not saying I must promote it. No, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying it must be lawfully, Then the boxer themselves, who's keeping the boxing where it is today, they must also benefit. Let's have a celebrity. Somehow we have one of minister fighting another minister, or other person fighting the other guy. Then at least the undercard, because people like to see fighting, They want to see action, you know what I'm saying? But these guys who's going to fight for celebrity boxing, they must train, Tell us give me a program of 4 months, 3 months to train. Of course, there's a fight coming up at King T and T Mekanjo. Of course, you can see those guys. You can see they're in the academy, they are training, So that's what we want to see. You see, of course, they be promoted by a professional promoter. That's what we see. The sanction bodies so that's what we see. There's boxers fighting on the undercard, professional boxers. They are benefiting also. That's what we see. Of course, you need attraction. You need attraction to attract the fans to come and watch. So that's the promoter. Promoter, you sell ticket for attraction. You promote this attraction, and it's how you're gonna generate money. And this money it's gonna be donated to Never Walk Alone. So it's for the kids, for the shoes, and for sure that is a good cause. I don't think anyone is gonna go against this to raise money but the rules of boxing must be followed. You see, that's what I'm saying. I'm not saying you must not do it. Even in Las Vegas, Miami, South Africa, you see, those guys you saw celebrity boxing in UK. Of course, they control what is involved from day one. You see, they monitor this guy, the training. You know, who's promoting them? Do they meet all the requirements? You know, that's all, man. That's all. See.
Would you consider it yourself going into the ring?
No, I've been fighting for how many years now? I don't want to fight anymore. We give the kids opportunity to fight. You know, for me, I don't have that hunger to go and beat up someone. You know? Because I can still beat up a lot of guys. And I see, you know, especially when you come in a bigger weight. I can beat up a lot of guys. You know, but for now, I'm happy with my boxing career. I'm happy with what I'm doing now. Yeah, I will focus on promotion and training these guys, managing these guys to get a better fight and get the better money. And for sure, to put food on the tables and put Namibia on the world map. I think I got a lot of challenge to achieve. As you can see worldwide, I'm the only promoter in the world who produce world champion without a TV right. You know, without TV right, you can Google. Everybody in America, you're not allowed to. Some people, if you don't have a TV right, you're not allowed to promote certain fights. In UK, also in South Africa, you see. So in Namibia, you see, I was just doing it by myself, but very successful. Yeah, so if I can get the same budget those guys getting, I can produce more champions. So I can even make you guys champions if I get better budget. So that's what I'm saying. Commitment, dedication, and the love of your country, love of sport. So you're gonna bring you better results.
You have coached some of the best boxers in the country, some of the best after independence or if ever. I want to know who is the best that you have. And some of these boxers, well-known names, have left your stable in recent times. Why did they leave the stable? Were there differences? Would you please tell us about that?
Of course, like I say, I was mentioning Police Moses, the hitman, to be the first trained boxer, promoted local boxer to make it to the top. If you can see, Police Moses is the first Namibian world champion to be trained and promoted locally. You know, is the first. You know, for me that one is already give you the answer. I believe, and is the best boxer I have worked with him. When it comes to training, discipline, and for sure, if you can say Edmund is a officer in the police. Right now, is a chief inspector. Thanks for General Leitunga for also working with us. You know, so he give you this kid a lot of time to prepare. You know, and it's why he succeed. You know, sometimes because we don't have sponsors, so this kid, the police was like the sponsor because if he working there, he was put table and bread on the table, and that helped him a lot. You know, for me, the best boxer I have ever worked with him is Police Hitman. When it comes to performance, also skills and commitment, it's Police Moses. Now we got also other kids. Then we got Police Ambunda. So he was also a good kid, and for sure we got also now Loki Nakathira, who's a very disciplined boxer also, and of course Julius Indongo was a committed boxer also when it comes to training and other things. All those kids, but number one is Police Moses. Of course, found some boxers they left, and there was speculation in the media that. But there was no, all these kids they left, you know. Police Ambunda he left. Okay. So but today, if you go to my house now, he's dead in my house. You know, this kid is there in my house. You know, come play with this kid. You see? So Julius Ndongo, he left, but I never talked to him. He never talked to me. So him, he will have a better answer why he left. You know, but where is he now today? You see, what happened after he left? You know what I'm saying? So it's also up to you to use your common sense, and you can tell why did he left. You see, if you check his profile with the sunshine, boom, and after sunshine, what did he do? You see, so that's it. So him can answer better. You see, why he left? You see, because he never talked to me till now. You know, so other people talk on his behalf, but I cannot say why did he left. You understand? Why did he left? You know? I'm still wondering why did he left. You know? Sometimes misunderstanding. There was no misunderstanding because I remember when he lost to Crawford, I was planning the fight for him. You know? Better fight to bring him back. I know how to bring them back. It means he lost the world title, I bring him back. Paul Zambunda, he lost the world title, I bring him back. I wanted to do the same to Ndongo, but he was not available. See? So those guys who left, I think they can answer for themselves why did they left, because nobody complained to me, nobody come to me and say I'm leaving, they just go. See? So Walter Kotondokwa, did he left? When did he fight? You see? Where is he? You understand? He left where he left or he retired. Where is he? You see? So you must talk to those guys. Where is he? Because last time I spoke to him, he sent me a text. He gave me a happy birthday. You see? So that was on the 18th of August. That was my birthday. So I can show you the text. You see? But we don't know where he is. Where is he? See? So it's very funny, you know. Human being is very funny. So, but I'm used to those things. I cannot force someone or to put somebody in court, but I can do my level best to ask what is happening. But if you don't get the answer, what can you say? You see? I'll continue. Because some element, they wanted also to destroy me. So these kids, they talk about different people, and some people they try to convince to destroy me. Because how you destroy me? You don't know how did I start. The program of boxing is with me, is here. See, you cannot take a boxer you think you destroy me. No, if you take this one, I replace him with the other one. See, check on the world rating. Check in the world rating. I got 5 guys in the world rating. See, so that is the beautiful of this game. Is to know the game yourself. You must experience, not to read or look at the internet. No, you must. Me, I experience boxing. I grew up in boxing. I graduated in boxing. Maybe you're gonna ask me where's my paper. The paper is here. See, it's here. So that's all what I can say about that. And of course,
see, last week there was a development academy opened in Kunene region. What do you think? How can boxing in all regions get to a level? For example, if a young man is sitting at home, he's sitting and thinking, I want to be champion, I want to be part of Sunshine. What is required of him? Is it his heart, passion, or only talent? In women boxing, what is your take on taking women boxing in Namibia to the level of other countries like South Africa, for example? Is our direction to a professional level? What is your take on that?
Yeah, see, if you see 2012, I took a tour with Hitman Hitback. Remember that program?
Yes.
I went region to region, starting at the Karas, Hartap, Nerongo, Cholonchupa, went to Nene, went there. And we went to Oshana, went to Angwena. So I toured the whole country, you know. And I put up a report and I give to the director. And I give to the sport commission, through the federation. But till now, today, I didn't get any response, you know. So you see, you got people there sitting on the proposals. That is a good proposal. It's how you're gonna find out what you need to put up a club there, or to put up a federation in any region. Put up a club. What do they need? What they need, and how to start, and how to help this kid to grow. Raise interest in the boxing. I put it there. I still have the copies in with me. So when you come to say, so that's what I try to say, how to put up, to attract the young men, or to start, to make someone to start and become a boxer, or to develop someone from a grassroots level, become an amateur champion, to go to Olympic Games and become a professional boxer, and develop and become a world champion. See, all those things are covered in that document. You know, so meaning is boxing is the true reflection of real life. You know, see, we've got more coaches in Namibia now. You can do those things. Sometimes, if you see boxers go to Olympic Games or go to Commonwealth Games, and you can see their stance or their fitness level in a ring, then it's very disappointing, because the sport commission, the federation, these people, they know where is the best gym in Namibia, you know. But they never ask these guys to come and train with these best clubs or best coaches. They don't do that, you know. So of course, that is also a challenge, you know. You know, people sometimes, you have to trust someone, you know. If you see in China, they invite Roy Jones. Roy Jones was a former professional boxer. He went to train boxers in China, you know. So meaning, but they will never call Harry Simon. Or now you insist women is not allowed to box. You see the act says so. You see, but in that act, there's different things prohibited, like the size of the gloves. If you read the size of the gloves, is 6 ounces. But we don't use 6 ounce gloves. They make a regulation to change that. See? So look at the sanction fee, or the way you pay the boxer, the personal thing. The act say the promoter, you have to pay the boxer 30 days after he collect all the sponsor money and the gate taking. Maybe you sell some ticket and everything. 30 days, then you have to pay the competitors. You see? But today, if you didn't pay the boxer, just that night after the boxing, tomorrow you're in the newspaper, you didn't pay the boxer. You see? They owe the boxer. See? So the act. So people are very selective when it comes to the act. See? The women boxing, they will just also make a regulation. See? There's a lot of things doesn't comply with the new rules of boxing. You understand? You see? They say the police officer can stop the fight. But today they say only the referee can stop the fight. You see? If you you're a journalist, I think, or I believe you are familiar with the act. I don't know whether nobody ever reported about this thing. Nobody gives pressure to the control board, this and this. You see? So they cover that with the regulation. Why they can also not cover the women boxing with the regulation? See? That is more easier to cover than the size of the gloves. Otherwise, we must fight with 6 ounce gloves. You cannot fight with 6 ounce gloves. Now it's 8 ounce, 10 ounce. You know? So it's just a pity. Nobody think about that. They just. But I remember there was one lady was during Kelly and Ellison, them as a board member. They make a regulation also to allow women boxing to go and fight in South Africa, professional. I don't know if you guys know about this. See? So meaning, it's just, you see, this act is just there to govern, but they always can, with their lawyer and other things, they can make a regulation.
Forward, what is the future? What is being planned in the coming months, year for your stable?
We want to make things better every day. What we are doing today, we want to do it better tomorrow.